Harry Potter fans have long been anticipating the return of their favorite magical world since Hogwarts Legacy was announced back in 2020, and it's been almost a year since fans have heard any news until now. We'll cover everything about the new Hogwarts Legacy teaser that has fans excited, plus other Hogwarts Legacy news. You'll want to hear about this. Firstly, why the new Hogwarts Legacy teaser has Harry Potter fans excited. Hogwarts Legacy was announced over a year ago at this point, and it's been quite some time since fans have gotten any updated information about it. But that's just changed. The game is described by developers as an immersive open-world action RPG set in the world first introduced in the Harry Potter books. And the developer just announced via Twitter that a new trailer will be released soon. In late November, industry leaker Millie A revealed that WB Games would be dropping the new trailer soon, before it was confirmed by them. Since then, WB Games has confirmed this information leak to fans' delight. The highly anticipated game has been continually delayed in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, so fans are happy to hear news regarding the release. Although the new trailer will be out soon, the official release date has not been dropped yet, but the developer is assured that it won't be until the beginning of 2022. At the moment, the game is still in development for Xbox and PlayStation, and likely won't be available until the end of 2022. But nonetheless, fans are excited to get another peek into the world of wizardry, and fans are expecting that the official release date for the game will be revealed when the next trailer drops. We'll have to wait and see if that's true. Up next, what exciting feature will Hogwarts Legacy likely have? Stay tuned to find out. What exciting feature will Hogwarts Legacy likely have? The game will follow a student through Hogwarts in the 1800s as they discover they're able to master ancient magic. Throughout their journey, the player will hone their skills in spells and potions through fan-favorite locations such as the Forbidden Forest. And there might even be a multiplayer option for gamers that want to play with their friends. However, it isn't immediately clear if the game will have this feature upon its release or if there will be a post-launch update for this option. But at some point, player will have to decide whether they want to use their magic for good or evil, which suggests a choice and consequence system for the game. With so many people that grew up with the magic of the Harry Potter wizarding world, it's easy to see why this game is so highly anticipated by fans ready to explore Hogwarts in a new way. The only drawback is the recent controversies that have surrounded J.K. Rowling's personal beliefs about the transgender community. Some have come to question how this will affect the perception of the game. Next, how Hogwarts Legacy is trying to combat the controversial opinions of J.K. Rowling. Over the years, J.K. Rowling has become highly controversial because of the opinions she has expressed about the transgender community. The author took to Twitter to express her opinion about the term person who menstruates instead of the word woman. She received a lot of backlash for this, but instead of apologizing, she doubled down on her opinions, and many have taken issue with that. It's reported that WB Games has taken this into consideration and was initially hesitant that this would negatively impact the perception of the game. However, there have been reports that Hogwarts Legacy will have a feature that will be inclusive for non-binary gamers. The game will allow players to choose a masculine or feminine voice despite their physical body, and they'll be allowed to go by witch or wizard. This seems to be an attempt to make the game more inclusive and potentially calm criticism about J.K. Rowling and her opinions. WB Games also stated that she has no direct involvement in the game's creation, but there is criticism that the author will still make a large paycheck from royalties of the game. Some people have said that they'll boycott the game altogether, so it stands to be seen how well the game will do, although there does seem to be still a lot of excitement for its release. Up next, for fans that do not want to purchase the game, they're wondering if it'll be available for Nintendo Switch. We'll cover everything we know, but fans of the game are wondering if it'll be available for Nintendo Switch. Hogwarts Legacy has already been confirmed to be coming to PS4, 5, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, and PC, which has left gamers wondering if they'll be able to play on their Nintendo Switch. There's no official confirmation, but many fans believe this would have already been reported along with the other gaming consoles if it would be immediately available upon release. However, there is hope for Nintendo Switch users as it's speculated speculated that if the console developer releases the 4K version of the device, there may be a higher likelihood that it'll be compatible with the game due to increased graphic capability. Because of the delay of the game and the release date being pushed back an entire year, some have also hoped that this will give enough time to make the game compatible with the handheld gaming console. But there's no confirmation of this rumor at this time. While it's not likely Hogwarts Legacy will be available for Switch users upon release, there's still the chance that it could be reformatted at a later date. This wouldn't be the first game that took this route, including Doom and Rocket League, but it's likely this will depend on how popular the game is and whether there's enough interest to make it worthwhile. How will Hogwarts Legacy handle holidays in the game? Harry Potter fans have come to know and love the way holidays such as Christmas and Halloween are portrayed in the movies and the magic that surrounded them. Many are hoping for the Wizarding World in Hogwarts Legacy to handle these events in much the same way. Because the source material is so rich with inspiration for holidays, it shouldn't be too difficult of a task for the game developers to include. There's no word yet about whether the game will be a linear story, so it'll have to be seen whether players have to wait for seasonal events or whether they can enjoy them anytime throughout the game. Many are excited to see how this element of the Harry Potter movies are incorporated, as the movies are famous for large feasts and extravagant decorations. There'll likely be some marking of time of year, including snow and maybe even presents that could play a key part in game advancement. Unfortunately though, since the game developers are trying to stick as close to the source material as possible, it's unlikely there will be a Yule Ball included in the game, since that was part of the Tri-Wizard Tournament, which was banned during the time period the game takes place. Even though it's likely gamers won't get the chance to experience this, there should be plenty more to make up for it. Which Hogwarts house may be getting a slight rewrite in Hogwarts Legacy? While it has been stated that the game will remain as close to the source material as possible, there is one part of the Wizarding World that may be slightly different, and that's the Slytherin house. In the Harry Potter series, there's a very obvious plot line that Slytherin is seen as the evil house. It has many wizards that use their magic for the dark arts. This is seen as Harry Potter comes into contact with many of the not so morally sound wizards from this house throughout the books. This may not be the case for Hogwarts Legacy though. The game is still guided by morality, but since the players will be able to pick their own houses, they will be at the helm of whether they make choices that are good or bad. This new concept could allow players the chance to experience Slytherin from a whole new perspective that wasn't explored in the books and movies. This could prove very advantageous for the success of the game if players are given the chance to experience the wizarding world they love with new twists and turns. We'll have to wait and see once the game is released, but there's no doubt fans are excited for what it will have to offer. And there you have it, everything you need to know about the Hogwarts Legacy teaser that has fans excited, plus other news regarding the upcoming release. Let us know below what you're most excited about for the new game, and make sure to tune in next time for more gaming news. Thanks for watching.